Consent of the House, the bill will be substituted as recommended by the Community Safety Committee. Hearing no objection, so ordered. Amendment 0019, clerk will read.
On page 3, beginning on line 14, after temperature, strike all materials.
Last line.
Insert veterinary medical practices.
The good member from the 45th. Representative Goodman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that the House adopt Amendment 19.
It has been moved and seconded that Amendment 0019 be adopted. Remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The underlying bill updates and refines our animal cruelty laws. This amendment makes sure that we are not prohibiting any accepted animal husbandry practices, because the bill relates to domestic pets, not to livestock. There's also a wording change that seizure of animals is pursuant to a warrant rather than a court order. So I ask that the body adopt this amendment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Further remarks? Seeing none, we will proceed to a voice vote on Amendment 0019. Members participating remotely, when the Speaker calls for ayes and nays on this question, you may indicate how you vote by either physically raising your hand so it is visible to the Speaker or using the raise the hand function in Zoom. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. The amendment is adopted. There are no further amendments. There are no further amendments with the consent of the House. The rules will be suspended. And engrossed, substitute House Bill 1149 will be advanced to third reading. Hearing no objection, so ordered. Remarks. The good member from engrossed, substitute House Bill 1149 on third reading and final passage. Remarks. The good member from the 45th. Correction. The good member from the 46th. Representative Farvar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This bill would help go after dog fighting. I want to talk to you about bait dogs. Dog fighting doesn't just injure or kill the dogs biting each other in the pit. Bait dogs are used for training, often having their mouths duct taped shut and teeth broken off so that they cannot fight back. There's a former bait dog in my district. His name is Dragon, but he goes by Cha-Cha. He has scars all over his face. This innocent animal is terrified of other dogs and humans, especially men. Cha-Cha is on anti-anxiety medication and a robust training regimen to try and overcome the abuse, yet he is still terrified. Dogs like Cha-Cha are precious and innocent. We should treasure them, not abuse them. Harming animals is a strong indicator that that person will harm humans too, or is already harming humans. I support this bill because it doesn't just increase criminal penalties, but it sets a standard of what is appropriate for caring for these innocent companions like Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha is 8 years old, and if he knows you, he is the cuddliest, snuggliest, most loyal, brindle, pit bull, Staffordshire Terrier you'll ever meet. He had a rough start to life, found homeless on the streets of LA, spent 364 days in a shelter, and rescued hours before he was scheduled to be put down. Cha-Cha now has cancer. He doesn't have much longer in a world that has put him through hell. And I know him quite well, because he doesn't just live in my district. He lives in my home, and he lives in my heart. Thank you.
Further remarks. The good member from the 39th, Representative Lowe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You may not be aware of this, but District 39 is home to Pasado's Safe Haven Animal Rescue. I've been out there and seen the animals that have been rescued from what's been described here this morning. This bill comes as a recommendation from our prosecutors, from law enforcement, from others in the field that have seen the harms and abuse from this. This particular bill is going to protect our communities. We value human life, we value humans, but we also value animals too. And with this particular bill, this is going to bring some consistencies to animal fighting, consistencies to the law around animal cruelty that is currently making it very difficult for our prosecutors to prosecute these cases. So with this, I encourage a yes vote today, and thank you for listening to me this morning.
Are there further remarks? Seeing none, the question before the House is final passage of engrossed substitute House Bill 1149. The Speaker is about to start the roll call machine. The Speaker has started the roll call machine. Representative Bernowski, how do you vote? Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change his or her vote? The Speaker is about to lock the roll call machine. The Speaker has locked the roll call machine. Clerk will read.
Mr. Speaker, there are 96 yeas, 0 nays, 2 excused.
Having received a constitutional majority, engrossed substitute House Bill 1149 is declared passed.